trouble in my way.
Trouble in my way.
I have to cry sometimes.
I have to cry sometimes.
Trouble in my way.
Trouble in my way.
Cry sometimes.
I have to cry sometimes.
I lay awake at night.
I lay awake at night.
Peace and blessings, power people. It is the Reverend High Priestess, Thema, Azize, Serwa, and I am sitting here watching this beautiful rain today, and I said I have a couple minutes to connect with my fam on YouTube. First off, extending gratitude to each of you who take time to listen to me share my heart on YouTube. I never imagined years ago when I started this channel how deeply it would impact people who tune in. But I hear your feedback, I get your emails, I get your messages on Facebook, and it just warms my heart when I get to connect with some of you when I'm traveling and you say, I've been listening to you for 2 or 3 years on YouTube and it changed my life. That is why I continue to connect and share my experiences and my truth, if for no other reason, just to inspire and hopefully activate something in you that calls you into positive action to transform your life. You are the missing piece to your puzzle, and everything that you need to transform, to make a shift, to heal in mind, body, and spirit is within you. Stop looking outside yourself. Stop doing things to keep yourself busy and seemingly appear like you are making progress when you know in your heart that the whole reason you are experiencing what you're experiencing right now is because it's time to go deeper within yourself. And there's something so amazing within you if you would just make the commitment to make time for self-discovery every day. And it could be as simple as looking into quiet time. It could be as simple as making a bubble bath. It could be as simple as I'm going to take a walk in the park today for 10 minutes or walk up the street if you don't have a park close to you. Whatever you need to do to go deep within yourself is what you need to do. So really quickly, I wanted to just chime in with you. I'm thinking about talking to you today about the value of transparency and truth. Now, when we start talking about truth, I want to frame this conversation saying that we all have the divine birthright to define our own truth. So that does mean that one person's truth may be very different than another's. But at the end of the day, if you are not living according to your own truth, you are living a veiled life, a masked life. An inauthentic vibration is existing within how you show up in the world. Again, if you are not living in your truth, there is an inauthentic vibration that is attached to who you show up in the world as. And that affects your health. So you can lie to the world, you can lie to your boss, you can lie to your mate, but you are with your body 24/7, and you can't lie to your body. And every single cell in your body is listening to your subconscious and conscious truth about yourself, about your life, about what happened to you 10 years ago, about if you're really truly over your molestation, if you're really truly over that last marriage, if you really believe that wealth is your divine birthright, or if you're just saying this stuff because it makes you feel better for the temporary moment. Your body cannot be lied to by your mind. It knows the energy behind what you think, feel, do, and say. And so this is why when I'm working with my clients in the Womb Sauna, this is why with our method of vaginal steaming, we don't just sit you on a pot. We peel back the layers. Sometimes those layers get peeled back in 15 minutes. Sometimes it takes over an hour just to get women to finally tell the truth. Because, honey, you cannot heal unless you are speaking and living your truth. And even the most subtle deceptions can have severe impacts. I'll tell you one that's really common in the work that I do that I see. It's around matters of the heart. And I even used to have this experience with myself, so I recognize it very easily when it shows up. A lot of women I've worked with are lying to themselves about what they really desire in life. They pretend like they desire that good girl image when they know they love to grab their ankles. They pretend that they desire to be over someone that they've been in a relationship with, even though they know in their heart they still have feelings and still love that person, but because the people in their lives may perceive it as inappropriate, or why would you still feel that way, you need to just move on, they lie to themselves and pretend like they've moved on when they know they haven't. Listen, I allowed myself years ago, when I was going through my divorce, to give myself the fullness of everything I needed to experience emotionally and physically, so that I could study myself in a sense, so that I could really understand the cravings, the impulses, the highs and the lows and everything in between. Because I recognize that the longer we spend, my sisters, denying the truth of what it is we want, what it is we do, what it is we really feel, the longer the cycle continues. What we resist persists. So can you find a way today, for everybody's listening, can you find a way today to tell yourself the truth? Write it down in your journal. Say it out loud. Let's just have an own it moment. Can you tell yourself the truth? And can you recognize the truth of where you are in your life today and still love you right where you are? Accept yourself right where you are? If you have the opportunity, and I'm going to give you this opportunity, and I'm going to challenge you to call yourself higher. When given the opportunity to face the truth about yourself, are you going to choose judgment or love? You have the opportunity to face the truth, because you cannot deceive your body. This is not something that external things can correct for you. Yes, it's good to make nutritional shifts. Yes, it's good to be mindful of fitness. Yes, it's good to read these phenomenal books that help us gather more information. Yeah, it's good to even hop on YouTube and get insights like you do here. But one of the things many of you know who listen to me and other lectures that I have, I'm going to always call you inward. Because that's where the power is to transform. Nobody can do this for you but you. You are the missing piece to your puzzle. What is it going to take for you to get honest and real with yourself and say, okay, listen, I don't feel like doing 60 days of nothing but juicing. That's not really what I feel like doing, but I keep trying to do it every 3 months, trying to convince myself that this is good for me. And I fail at it every single time because it's not something I really want to do. Can you give yourself permission to own that? To take a good look at that and peel back the layers? Or are you going to keep trying another 3 months to force yourself into something that's really not resonating with you? You may decide that I really enjoy having multiple partners I really enjoy blowing all my money. I really enjoy that. It's something about that experience that is euphoric for me. Yeah, we don't like to look at that. We like to pretend that that's not who we are, that those aren't aspects of ourselves. You know, and it's going to be something different for everyone. Those are just examples. You know, some of you may be pretending like you still enjoy being in ministry and serving and helping everybody when you realize that every day you go home to lay down, you're exhausted and angry about how much you give away to other people, even though you know that it's time for you to start giving to yourself. But you put on your smile week after week. You stand on your pulpits. You stand as a life coach. You stand as the author that you are. You go to these speaking engagements and you pour out with a smile on your face. You listen to the feedback from people that say, oh my God, you're so powerful. You changed my life. And they have no idea that by the end of that event, you're so empty that you go home and you cry and you weep. And you wonder who's there to encourage you. You cannot heal and transform unless you tell yourself the truth. So take a moment, take a deep breath. I don't know what your truth is. Some of you may resonate with some of that. Some of you may be something different, but I'm calling us to take ourselves higher and just take a moment. It doesn't take long to do this. It's the simple things that can be the most impactful. Own your truth. If you need to grab pen and paper, if you want to speak it out, what have you been hiding from yourself? Because when I work with my clients, I can always trace their physical imbalance to something that they are denying within themselves. It never fails. There's a direct correlation. Write it out, confess it. And then when you own it, when you recognize it, when you tell the truth, go ahead and put love on it. Wrap your arms around yourself and say, self, I can see this about you, and it doesn't make you any less worthy of the life that you want to live. It doesn't mean that you are a bad person. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. I'm telling you, love cures everything. What if the key to unlocking your healing is to recognize all of who you are and master how to love, accept, and embrace all of you, your light and your shadows? What if that is why you had to develop cancer, or had to develop fibroids, or had to develop infertility, or whatever it is you're going through? What if that was the manifestation you needed just to get to a point today where you could own the truth of who you are and learn how to love all of you? We all have something. I could give y'all a list of 10 things right now. We all have something, but what I have learned in my own personal evolution is that I am not my feelings. I am not my experiences. I am not my thoughts, nor am I my emotions. So that gives me permission to be all that I need to be in any given moment, instead of being defined and moved and controlled by everything external. I know who I am, and I have chosen to be that every day in one way or another. My desire, my wish for each of you is the same. That you really go deep within yourself. Own all of who you are. You are glorious. The darkness brings its blessings too. So to deny any aspect of yourself is to leave a small space for inauthenticity. And again, you cannot heal without living your truth. So I hope that blessed you. For those of you who are inspired by these messages, you can connect with my movement by going to thewombsauna.com. You can look at our online university where we have classes for empowerment 24/7 at the wombsaunauniversity.com. You can also look at our event tab on our website and see the upcoming events every month. We do a Moments of Power call. We do all kinds of things. I'm always out and about and all over the world doing amazing things. So there's many different ways you can connect with the Womb Sauna. Peace and blessings. I hope that you leave this conversation facing your truth. Peace.